Your day moves fast. Your news should too. That's why there's a new and improved Wish TV app bringing you more local news, breaking alerts, live streaming, weather forecasts, radar, and Indiana sports all in one place. Customize your news feed to see the stories that matter most to you and get the information you need when you need it. Download the new and improved Wish TV app today on iOS or Android and take News 8 with you everywhere.
Hi, I'm Doug Bowles, president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Thank you for listening to Behind the Bricks. We're excited to bring you this exclusive and entertaining content about the world's greatest racetrack. Keep listening, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
Hey race fans, welcome back to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and another episode of Behind the Bricks. I'm Michael Kaltenmark, Vice President of Marketing, and today we are at an undisclosed location on the grounds of Indianapolis Motor Speedway because behind these doors are some of our most prized possession. That's right, behind these doors is where the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum restores and maintains all of our most prized possessions, those beautiful race cars from years gone by. Let's go in and check it out. All right, we are inside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum's restoration shop, actually one of two buildings currently in use by Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum. And just look at this place. Besides the cars, there's so much going on in here, so much history, you can almost feel it. Cars come in and out of here and they go into the museum, they go into storage. But suffice to say, when the IMS Museum comes into possession of a car, they come in here and they go through it, whether a car is about to be displayed on exhibit, or maybe driven around the track or taken to a show. They come in here and they get worked on, right, Dan? I'm with Dan Rosenau. You are in charge of all of the restoration that happens from the museum's perspective. What can you tell us about this place and these iconic cars in front of us?
Well, sure, yeah, this is our one of two buildings, our restoration facility. We look after the entire collection for the museum. Restoration is almost a misnomer. We spend most of our time on preservation and maintenance. About 80% of the collection runs. It's our job to keep it running and keep it going. We do full restorations as well, but that's much more of a once or twice every couple of years kind of thing rather than constantly keeping cars running. These cars have all run in the recent past. This car here, this is the 55 winner Zinc Special. It's going to run this coming weekend at an event at Raceway Park over here on the other side of town. So we're going through it, replaced a leaky seal, did a little tuning on it. It'll be ready to go here probably by the end of the day. The Johnny Lightning Special is one of my favorites, just because I was a kid when this car ran. And so this is one of my early memories of what an Indy car is. And I remember driving my parents nuts because I had to have every single Johnny Lightning collectible, and obviously the advertising worked.
Yes, and as you mentioned, most recently driven this past May, on race day and for promotional shoot, one of the most recent drivers, Kyle Kirkwood.
Yep, Kyle Kirkwood. He actually drove the 70 car. The 70 and the 71
right?
are almost identical.
Yeah.
He drove the 1970 car.
Dan, how many cars would you estimate come through these two buildings in a given year?
Rough estimate, somewhere around 15 or 20 cars will come through in a year. We have kind of a maintenance schedule and a program for going through cars. Obviously, we'll begin probably in the next few weeks prepping cars for next year's 500. Some of the cars have been sitting for years, so we need to go through them and make sure they're, capable of running.
And for the most part, all the cars that we have in our possession that are also displayed in the museum, those are all in working condition?
About 80% of them run or are capable of running. Some cars are missing their engines or have major issues that would cause them not to run, but for the most part, a big portion of the collection is capable of running.
Now, y'all are in the process of building a new facility, but shouldn't overlook the current facility we're in. After all, this building has a little bit of history, and if we walk over here, I think you'll be able to tell us more about that.
Yeah,
As I mentioned, it's on the grounds of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's a makeshift restoration preservation shop for you all, but going back in time, there were some special things that happened here.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of history in this building. I mean this was built in the mid-50s. It was originally Howe Racing, which was Mary Holman's race team. Father owned the track. They had Elmer George, who eventually became her husband, was one of their drivers. Eddie Sachs was one of their drivers.
Yep.
We found a bunch of old pictures, and there's a picture of Elmer and Mary out in front of this building right after it was built. There's still construction debris in the background. And they ran a midget, a dirt car, and a champ car out of here. It's quite a busy place, and yeah, there's a lot of history in this place. We still find stuff in drawers and hidden away, all kinds of little artifacts. And this little thing here, obviously somebody was teaching Elmer George how to weld.
He wrote his name.
He wrote his name on a piece of scrap metal with a welder. A lot of history here. We've kind of outgrown it, but it's a neat place to work in.
I mean, you mentioned finding things in drawers. These aren't big buildings. Almost every nook and cranny is filled with something, including a lot of old parts, bolts, you name it.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a huge supply of old hardware. Most of these cars here was built in Southern California, so they used surplus aircraft hardware and surplus aircraft parts. A lot of the aircraft industry was in Southern California. I have drawers full of World War II surplus aircraft hardware. It's still in perfect condition. It's been dipped in wax since Pearl Harbor.
Incredible.
But you clean them off and put them on the car and they look like they're brand new. And if we were to restore this car and put modern aircraft hardware on it, an expert would spot that. You know, the World War II stuff's a little different looking. So we make sure that we try to get original equipment. You know, we do have to replace something. When we do replace a part, if we have to make a part for these cars were all handmade. So when we need something, we usually have to make it ourselves, unless we have it in our warehouse of miscellaneous parts. So, you know, when we make a part for a car, we make it as original looking as possible. Original manufacturing techniques, original material, but somewhere in a hidden spot, I stamp today's date on it.
Yeah.
So 100 years from now, somebody's restoring this car, they know it's not the original part.
Really speaks to you and your team and their ability to work on these cars and their craftsmanship and understanding how they work and being able to make something if it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there were some very, very skilled people building these cars back in the 50s. They didn't have the technology we have, but they have skills that have long been forgotten. So we have to spend a lot of time relearning those old skills. And
of course, your days are numbered in these small shops.
They
have
are.
a new facility being built just a stone's throw away. Tell us a little bit about what race fans can expect out of those facilities.
Well, it's going to be an absolute showplace for sure. You know, we have close to 200 cars in the collection. Well, there's only 50 or 60 in the museum at a given time. We rotate from time to time, but we have all these other cars that people don't normally get to see. Well, all those cars will be in the car storage gallery. They'll all be visible from, you know, to the general public, and they'll be open for tours. And there'll be mezzanines above the second floor area overlooking the car storage area and also overlooking the restoration shop, so they can see what we do on a day-to-day basis and get a better idea of how much work goes into keeping these cars running.
Well, race fans, you heard it from Dan. This is just the tip of the iceberg. If you like what you see today, you're going to love what you see out of the new facility, which hopefully will be online and running around next May. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be great. Dan, thanks for your time. Thanks for all the care you put into this. As race fans, we love it and we appreciate it. So thanks for all the work that you do, and keep up the really good work.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming, and yeah, big things to come.
Thank you, fans, for listening to this episode of Behind the Bricks. We look forward to bringing you more exciting content about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway soon.